What's up, dude?
What up, what up, what up, dude?
Got a big smile on your face today.
I always have a smile on my face.
You sure about that?
Well, uh I always have a smile on my face until you and I are together. And then it's weird. Like my body does something strange and my smile goes away.
Yeah.
And I feel unhappy. That's strong.
Yeah,
That's strong.
I heard a quote recently. And I thought it was really good. I think, well, whoever said it, I think it was on like a Peloton run or something. She said, if you see someone without a smile, give them yours.
That was a great philosopher. Did you say that was from the great philosopher
Yeah,
Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton. Yep.
Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I dig it, man. It's funny. I was listening to what's his name? Hughes. Well, I always jack his name up. The School of Greatness. What's his
Oh,
name?
Lewis Howes.
Lewis Howe. I was gonna
Yeah.
say Hughes Laus.
Not quite as good as
Lewis.
Phil and Storehouse podcast,
Not
but
quite.
still
And
pretty
he
good.
doesn't have as many listeners.
Yeah.
But there was a guy that he had on, and he runs a podcast called The Art of Charm. His name
Mm,
is Jordan Harbinger.
mm.
Harbinger. I don't know. Again, I apologize for butchering your names, Jordan. If you ever listen, my bad. But he talks about mastering social skills and confidence. And one of the things that he said, everybody knows that whatever the numbers I've heard varying, but 90% of communication is body language,
Yeah.
right? And I had an amazing conversation with my daughter this morning about this as well. But he has like the door rule, the door rule. And every time he walks through a door, he's very conscious, and he does this because now it's just become who he is.
Yeah.
But he's very conscious of standing up straight, putting his chest out a little bit, his chin up a little bit, a smile on his face, and entering the room that way. And he said what's interesting is as soon as you walk into a room, people it's just human nature. They're gonna judge you, right? They're gonna pass a very quick judgment subconsciously.
Yeah.
It may not be even be something that they are aware is happening, but we are all going to make an assessment, and that's going to be the first impression.
Mm.
And it's going to build off of that, right? And so he said, why not walk into the room? It's very hard when someone walks into the room and they have not arrogance, but confidence and a smile,
Yeah,
to
dude.
be like, I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because even when you're talking to somebody, if you smile, I did this the other day. This guy drove by, he stuck his head out the window, was saying, I don't even know why he was so mad. I was with my kids, and
Did you like cut him off or something?
no, I was at a stop sign. Like,
Oh,
I have no idea. He drove by. Maybe I was out a little too far. He drove by, stuck his head out, and was like making gestures, and inevitably we end up next to each other because that's the way it works.
yeah, of course.
And so I look over, and my typical response would have been like, "Well, you have something to say now?"
Yeah.
But I had my kids in, so I was being very intentional with the message. And I looked over and I smiled, and it changed the whole dynamic, dude. Like the
Nice.
guy was like, "Oh," he waved, and like it was really weird. It got
Yeah.
weird because I'm like, what is happening here? But it's true, man. It's really hard to stay mad at somebody if they're smiling, or I don't even say mad, but it's hard to react poorly to someone when they're smiling, or someone comes up and they're happy to see you genuinely. How do you not respond in a positive way to that?
Yeah. Dudes, I mean, smiles are contagious, man.
Mm-hmm.
Smiles are really contagious. And uh, you know, I've had similar times when even with just like my kids, right? When my kids are just in a bad mood or something happened, and you come into the situation and you're just positive, and you come in with a smile on your face, and maybe you kind of joke around with them, that attitude changes so quickly.
So quickly.
And it can make or break a situation that could have gone downhill really fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just so how are you entering the room? How are you engaging with people? I mean, are you coming in with a smile on your face? Are you happy? Are you positive? Because that can go a long way in any type of relationship, in situations, and can be really impactful.
When it's not just touchy feely, right? This is very intentional.
Yeah.
So you go into a meeting room where you want to make, or you go into a boardroom where you want to make a sale, make a pitch, make a something. You want you want to own that room. You want to walk in, you want to appear confident, you want to appear competent, and you want to be positive, right? Like there's very practical things to this. When you're seeking to whether one of the great examples he said that he gave is, you're meeting your boys at a bar, and you walk in you're kind of like coming from work, you're tired, heads down, whatever it is, right? You walk in and you go over and hang out with your boys, and your attitude is whatever it is, you're kind of ho-hum. And then at some point in the night, you turn and you're like, oh, I want to go talk to that pretty lady over there.
Yeah.
He said it's too late. When you walked in the bar, you were noticed. And people took note of they took note because you walked in the bar, and they took note, right? And so chances are they observed all of that, and they don't know the reason necessarily, but your chances are already gone because you didn't make a good first impression. And I think it just, all these, just being conscious of it, and being, instead of always being reactionary, but to be very intentional with the way you enter a room, I think is just it's just a great way to be. It's going to be to your benefit, and there are practical outcomes that you don't even know that are happening at the subconscious level. And if you don't think it's happening, then you're just in denial, because it is happening.
What if you go into a room and just start breaking out and dance, like with some sweet dance moves? Because I got a lot of them.
So if you do it,
yeah,
I recommend it. I recommend it. Just don't do it if there's anything that has to do with any businesses that we do together or any relationship we're trying to build. Maybe refrain.
We have a big presentation coming up on a stage. So no dance moves at that?
I don't know, man. Depends on the message we want to convey.
Yeah.
We're talking about leadership. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It just depends. Okay. We'll figure it out.
All right.
We'll figure it out. But hey, be intentional, right? In everything you do. If you're not assessing to this level of detail, you just may be missing out. You may be reacting to things that if you think about it, are present. They're everyday, subconscious, human nature type things, and to not acknowledge them is to your detriment. I think the more self-aware we are in every aspect of our life is beneficial to growth. And also it just gives you more data points to analyze. It gives you more substance to be able to assess and then to change, right? To change and grow and be better.
So don't be dumb. Smile more.
Yeah, don't be dumb. Just not smiling is kind of dumb, and it's not really that enjoyable.
Maybe dance more too.
You have a stinky face when you walk in the room. Like nobody wants to talk to you.
Don't be a stinky face.
Don't be a stinky face. Hey, turn that frown upside down. Don't be a stinky face. And brush your teeth.
Those are some deep thoughts.
Brush your teeth. See you.